has been the water that brought people to the piece of land in Mathews County we now call Williams Wharf. Over the last 350 years, the use of the water has changed many times. It has evolved to meet the needs of the local population. From earliest colonial times, the nearly 1,000 acres on the easternmost river, known as East Warehouse, with its deep water port, grew and exported tobacco and imported English goods. Many ships, both locally owned and from abroad, sailed into the East River to unload their cargoes onto the shore of East Warehouse. Numerous ships were built on the East River, first for the tobacco trade and later for trade in coffee, tea, spices, silk, and many luxuries from around the world. One of the largest ships, or a Zimbo, sailed to India and China. A customs house was built at East Warehouse as a subsidiary of the Customs House at Yorktown, also a deep-water tobacco port. It was the site for the registration and enrollment of U.S. and foreign vessels. Records indicate that over 10,000 vessels called at the port of East River. Just prior to the Revolutionary War, the Williams family bought the East Warehouse property. The family ran the busy import-export business and served at various times as customs inspectors. In approximately 1840, William Williams built a wharf at the East Warehouse to accommodate the burgeoning steamboat traffic. This land became known as Williams Wharf. In the 19th century, the wharf became host to a myriad of businesses, to include millers, wagon makers, and general merchants. During this time period, and for almost 100 years, the people relied on the waterway to bring their goods and supplies via steamboat. Even the mail was delivered by steamer. After the Civil War, Ben Williams and his niece Betty Williams opened the B. Williams and Company store at Williams Wharf. Betty operated a hat and dress shop, making her one of the first women to own a business in the area. As the Williams family grew, the original property was divided among family members and some was sold. At the turn of the 20th century, the Old Dominion line ran steamboats daily from Williams Wharf to Norfolk. From there, passengers could change ships and travel to Baltimore or even New York. A special treat for the area residents was the arrival of the floating theater. Starting in 1914, the James Adams Floating Theater would tie up at wharfs up and down the Chesapeake Bay, including Williams Wharf, for a week of entertainment, a different show every night. By the 1930s, oil distribution joined the oyster business at Williams Wharf, as 3 companies distributed petroleum products from the wharf to Mathews and surrounding counties. However, cars, trucks, planes, and hurricanes were about to change the activities of the wharf. With the oysters dying off and the growth of environmental issues, the idea emerged of using the water differently. In 1989, the first rowing regatta was held at Williams Wharf. This event showed how the wharf could be used for public access to the water. The wharf would not only be a perfect venue for a variety of recreational activities, but this type of activity would help protect the local ecosystems. With a clear and well-developed vision of what Williams Wharf could become and a transportation grant of some $704,000, the Mathews Land Conservancy bought the property in 1994. Special docks were installed to accommodate the fast-growing sport of crew racing and other water-dependent events and activities. Not surprisingly, as time passed, the beauty of the wharf's pristine waterfront attracted other recreational and social activities. Events included sailing, rowing camps and regattas, fishing, and open water swimming events, waterfront concerts, family reunions and receptions, historic ship visits, and even fireworks displays. But as productive as the Williams Wharf has been, the Mathews Land Conservancy Board believes that the time has come for a transformation, a change that will accommodate the evolving needs of the surrounding communities. Through the magic of 3D animation, we will take a virtual tour of the future Williams Wharf. The wharf will maintain the basic layout that has served it so well. The structures currently on the property will remain, with one notable exception, and there will be several additions, all ensuring that Williams Wharf will be one of the brightest pearls on the Chesapeake Bay. A more detailed tour will first take us to the B. Williams & Company store, a building of historic significance that will house a museum chronicling the history of the area. Next, we see the community building, which now functions as the Mathews Land Conservancy's office and is available for small events. The old Williams Wharf post office has been a continuous feature of the wharf for many decades and will remain for many more. As we shift our view of the wharf, we first see the location of the public restrooms. The community boat racks will allow short and long-term storage for racing and recreational shells, kayaks, canoes, windsurfers, and paddleboards. The South Launch and Recovery Dock, which has been a dominant feature of the wharf since 1996, allows for easy access to the water for non-motorized watercraft. One of the newest and most popular additions, the pavilion has and will continue to play host to everything from a quiet lunch on the East River to evening concerts. Fishing has always been a popular activity at the wharf, and with the addition of the new fishing pier, this activity will be greatly enhanced. Just as the James Adams Floating Theater brought entertainment to the wharf in the early 1900s, entertainment will be back to stay with the new amphitheater. The old oil dock building will be raised and replaced by this very modern community boathouse. This building has been designed to be at the cutting edge of energy efficiency, utilizing the latest in environmentally friendly construction. As we take one more look at the future of Williams Wharf, you can see that there has been a strong emphasis on preserving its history while looking ahead. The commercial enterprises of the past have been replaced by recreational and social activities. The improved Williams Wharf will accommodate environmental educational events for schools and interested groups, as well as historical reenactments that chronicle the history of the wharf and Mathews County. Williams Wharf is a natural treasure full of historical and social significance that deserves proper maintenance and occasional improvement. The Mathews Land Conservancy has the vision, funding, and environmental sensitivity to proceed with this upgrade. We are confident that its completion will increase tourist traffic, create an activity venue attractive to families, and generate increased revenue for the entire region while maintaining the waterfront, wetland, and marine habitat that surrounds it.